Did Israel use a nuclear weapon in Lebanon? So this popped up on X, formerly known as Twitter, on September 21st. And I've had enough people write me and ask me if this is true that I figured I would make a video about it. No, Israel did not use a nuclear weapon in Lebanon, and there are a few reasons why we know that. To start, I am in San Francisco right now. I'm going to dinner with Jordan Harbinger in a few hours, and then I'm heading back to DC, but I think I can knock this out real quick. First off, it has never been confirmed that Israel actually possesses nuclear weapons. Now, if I were a betting man, I would say that it is likely. They do have 2 research reactors, one of which might be used to manufacture plutonium-239, but we really don't know, and Israel isn't telling. But leave that aside for a second. Both the US and Russia, and for that matter, the entire world, have a vested interest in knowing whenever a nuclear weapon explodes. This goes all the way back to September 24th, 1996, and the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty. That treaty's goal was to ensure there would never again be a nuclear detonation in the world. Although a number of nations, including the US, have not signed the treaty. I believe the only nuclear detonations since that treaty have been from North Korea. But that being said, both the US and Russia have satellite and terrestrial systems that are designed to detect nuclear explosions. The US has a system called NUDET. Russia has a system that I believe is called OKA, although I think there's a new one called EKS. So if Israel had detonated a nuclear weapon in Lebanon, the nuclear-armed states of the world would have known about this within minutes. And the general public would have been informed about this within hours. There is no reason to kind of keep this a secret. There also would have been a hell of a lot more cell phone video. And if there was any radioactive fallout, this would have been detected by people. And don't forget, there are nuclear power plants all over the world. When nuclear power plant workers go into work in the morning, they actually have to go through a radiation detector. That's one of the ways we knew that Chernobyl had exploded, because I think it was nuclear power plant workers in, I want to say, Sweden. They were going into work and they were coming up hot for radioactive particles. And that's one of the ways we figured out that Chernobyl had detonated. So if there was any sort of nuclear explosion after a day, it is now the 22nd, we would know about this by now. Now, finally, I have to talk about how nuclear weapons really aren't that useful. And I say this whenever some screaming idiot says, what if Russia goes nuclear in Ukraine? And note that whenever somebody says, what if Russia goes nuclear, that's the first clue that they're a screaming idiot and haven't actually thought through about what this actually means. So there's really only 5 cases for using a nuclear weapon. The first is that you would use a nuclear weapon to break through enemy lines. We actually practice this. You would use a nuclear weapon to stop an enemy advance. You would use a nuclear weapon to destroy an underground bunker or some kind of facility. We're talking about a deep underground bunker, like Taiwan's military command center. You might use a nuclear weapon to destroy a naval task force, like an aircraft carrier task force. And you might use a nuclear weapon to destroy a forwarding site or hit an amphibious landing if you're being invaded. Basically, any kind of troop concentration. So, tell me, of those 5 scenarios to use a nuclear weapon, which is the operational case in Lebanon? And about the only thing I can think of on that entire list is number 3, destroying an underground bunker. And when you kind of think about it, like, you wouldn't just use a nuclear weapon to destroy an underground bunker for the lulz. It would have to be a very deep bunker and a very important bunker. Maybe I could see Israel using a nuclear weapon to destroy some kind of underground Iranian nuclear facility, but those facilities just don't exist in Lebanon. Or maybe I could see Israel using a nuclear weapon to destroy a concentration of Iranian ships when those ships are out at sea. But that's just, it's such an unlikely scenario. Iran's navy isn't really that much of a threat unless you're located in the Persian Gulf locally. So I can't really see that happening either. So just remember this. When anybody claims that something is a nuclear weapon, just go through those 5 use cases. Are they exploiting a breakthrough? Are they trying to stop a breakthrough? Are they trying to hit a deep underground bunker or facility? Are they trying to hit a naval task force? Are they trying to hit an amphibious landing or forwarding site? One good example, that Ukrainian breakthrough in Kursk. That actually would have been an ideal case to use a nuclear weapon, to stop that breakthrough, if you didn't mind using a nuclear weapon on your own soil. That would have been a use case to use a nuclear weapon, and Russia didn't do it for a number of reasons. So if the footage that you're watching doesn't match one of those 5 things, the thing you're seeing probably isn't a nuclear weapon. One final thing. You know, Elon, I love my Tesla, but shame on you for allowing this misinformation to continue. Yes, free speech is important. I 100% agree that free speech is important. But I showed you how to stop these bots from spreading some demonstrably false information. You can use vector maps, and you chose to ignore me. This story has been going on for a day. People are still posting false information, information that has been proven false about using a nuclear weapon in Lebanon. You could shut this down like that. Visit my GitHub. The code is there to fix this for free. Freaking use it. Exactly what side are you on? Because it's definitely not the side of the truth. Or maybe you only hire crappy programmers. I don't know. I'm on the fence. Thank you for watching.
Oh, wow, Daddy's cigarettes. If I smoke these, I'll be cool.
Hey, kid, what are you doing?
Think tank.
You know, kid, smoking isn't cool, but t-shirts, stickers, and hoodies from Bunker Branding sure are.
Wow, alcoholics moving cargo. Awesome.
Intel Life, Aerosol, Live Laugh Launch for Destroyer, Trident, HIMARS, and Patriot. Think outside the bomb. Drone Suite Drone, Department of the Boat People, landmines, and even the tow missile. It would behoove you to grab one today. I better take these. Don't worry, I'll destroy them by burning. And remember, Bunker Branding is cool.
Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle. Bunker Branding!